Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Utah State Aggies, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the game.
Give me that bow.
Going for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Jersey white. And all white. You got white pants.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. To the air, it's Sampson. Using the quick game. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove it.
Just steamrolling his way through. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Starting to feel a little pressure. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The give on the inside. That ought to be enough for a Utah State first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit pressure on the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to throw at Sampson. Looking down the middle. It's caught. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st and 32.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the pass rush. They know if they can get to this QB, they can hit him and force these incompletions.
Back to the air one more time. Got his man quickly. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains.
No.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I like that this offense is continuing to try to stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last week. They still rewarded him, still giving the football. But, man, you cannot continue to put the ball on the ground and expect to continue to get carries.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, it's plays like that that will help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
This quarterback part of their running game. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got great speed. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Got a man. It's Maddox. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Quick release on the RPO. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the speed on defense? Offense trying to get tricky, trying to run the quarterback outside, but the pursuit and the speed by this defense, they got to him quick.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Back to pass, it's Sampson. It's on target and complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here short in the future.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he takes
What a
it
cut.
to the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
Cutting fine
The
grass
best
for
running backs are the
6.
guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
And backed up last time.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The run from the shotgun. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He'll do it himself. And the Rebels have enough for the first down.
This quarterback does an outstanding job in his preparation, watching film and understanding when he has to pull the ball on these types of run plays. Great job keying on the defender and quickly making the right decision to pull it and then go get north and get the first.
He finds his man.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
See this.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Shaw. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3
I don't know where
guys
that was
and
going
still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
And the Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. A 1st down for the offense. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Defense in press coverage.
Fumble on the goal line. Like that 6-inch. What did I call it? Yes.
1st down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah State.
Does he have aggressive tackle?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Fair catch called for and made. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget. So find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football and let them go to work.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Yaw. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Pick it up easier.
The Rebels are flying down the field. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run.
Who's this
He's
time?
at the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first
Unlock.
quarter. Just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Dropping back, it's Shaw. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Feeling some heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The give to the back.
I
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, that D tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sampson. Setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And, guys, the defense wants to get in the quarterback's face, but you can't get a roughing call that gives the offense a 1st and goal. Trying to surge it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Wide receiver now comes in motion. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah State.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He wants to go deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And how about that back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He fires one deep down the right side. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a little bit more time before making that throw.
Let's it go to the end zone.
Oh,
Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense in an empty set. Back to pass, it's Sampson. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the left side. He's loose. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too.
I'm sorry.
Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
I was eating it away 1st drive.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Just enough time to get off one more snap. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Sampson. He's right on target. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
It's automatic. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Rutgers. We'll circle back if anything big.
He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utah State. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. All wideouts, no backs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Shaw. Gets it out fast. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Fires on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it on the left.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense is just...
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This is a third and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Scrambling away. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Going for 6. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. The corners are walked up tight. Quick strike complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The play action fake. Slips away. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Hauls it in at the 25.
Returner brings it out to the 35.
Offense has scored both of all 9 points, all 51 points. Oh, sorry. I took back a pick 6.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking for a man. It's y'all. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
Now, 4th down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch past the sticks. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. On 1st down, here comes this offense.
What up, Coco?
Power football with the run. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
I kept him.
Scanning the field, it's Sampson. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one. And that one's incomplete.
It's the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They keep attacking through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Tackle was made, but not until he gets the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback will audible. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets away. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of the...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
On 4th down, looking to pass. Coming after him. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. They try to pop a run on the draw. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Sampson. He's got it down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Oh, it's a reverse. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this year. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Off the RPO, complete. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Sampson. Had to throw it before he wanted.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Rebels get enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Throws for the tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Offense getting set for 1st down. The give to the tailback. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the gun, running back gets the give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll run the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. It'll be a draw. Running with power. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the return. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
It did not seem like 10 catches. I know he had a big ball for 83. $7. This is tough. Just dominating the drive. Popped out on 3 or 5. Oh, 90 like glitched. That's great. If that doesn't happen, I might get recovered. Someone else has got to get open. Jiminy Christmas. Someone else got to get open. He's been the best receiver in the country for at least 3 years. Hell, he might have been as a freshman. Tulane and Guapo next. He's unranked. Wow. That's fine. Get high enough in the rankings. Let's see.